And welcome back to CBS Sports HQ, gearing up for Super Bowl 55. You can make the argument for a lot of tight ends right now, but by all means, George Kittle is right up there. Taking a look at this, most receiving yards by a tight end. This is through 4 seasons. But you see at the very bottom, this is George Kittle through only 3 seasons, already toward the very top of that list. And we are very excited to be joined by the one and only, the always entertaining George Kittle here on CBS Sports HQ. George, thanks for joining us.
Thanks for having me. I'm happy to be here.
All right, I'm gonna jump right into the Super Bowl, and I'm gonna make you coach here. You know what it takes to get here. You faced the Chiefs last year. You are now Coach Kittle. What will it take? I like he's excited about it for the Bucks to take down the Chiefs.
Well, the obvious answer is let's got to score more points than them. That and convert on third downs, I think, are the two biggest things. If you control the ball, I think the Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs are going to move the ball. They're going to score a lot of points. And so if you can hold on to the ball, control the line of scrimmage, keep that run game going, I think it's your best shot at winning. I think your defense has to play pretty well, too. But overall, I think the Buccaneers are playing great football. And I think if they keep doing what they're doing, maybe take it up a notch because they're playing the Chiefs. But I think it's going to be a great football game.
George, you may have heard there's the GOAT and the baby GOAT in this game, but we're not talking about the quarterbacks. We're talking about the tight ends. You got Gronk and you got Kelce. And I know last year the big story was you and Kelce going head-to-head. Now you got Kelce and Gronk going head-to-head. Just talk about these two tight ends and what they mean to the game and certainly what they mean to the Super Bowl.
Wow, what do they mean to the game? To me, they mean everything because, when I was in high school and college, I was watching Gronk. And then, later in college, I was watching Travis Kelce. And, they're two superstars that play the game at a high level and they play elite every single week in, week out. I think it's going to be a fantastic game for both of them. Whether it's, Gronk's going to, he's going to get his opportunities in the pass game, but I'm looking forward to watching him try to dominate the defensive line in the run game. And I think that'll be really fun to watch. And, Travis Kelce is just going to be him. He's going to go out there. He's going to catch the ball. He's going to get some yak and he's going to make guys miss. But, they're both superstars in their own ways. And it's going to be some good football out there. And I'd really love it if they both got about 100 plus yards and 2 touchdowns because I think that'd be pretty exciting. And, hey, don't forget about my guy, Cameron Brate. He's a pretty good tight end as well there in Tampa.
Yeah, he is absolutely. George, I want to ask you this. I know you talked a lot about it. You've said over and over now, Jimmy G's your guy. If for some reason he is not there at the beginning of next season, have you thought about working with a new quarterback possibly?
I don't like daydream about new quarterbacks. I really like my quarterback. And so, I just focus on playing with Jimmy G or, whether it was Nick Mullins or CJ Beathard, those are the quarterbacks I play with. And, I believe in Jimmy that he's going to be our starting quarterback this upcoming season. And I think that, every offseason for the last 3 years, it's the exact same carousel that people talk about. It's the exact same tweets, the same questions on Instagram, same things, media outlets talk about. And I think Jimmy G handles it the right way. And he just shows up and he goes to work and he sets an example for the rest of the team. So I'm just excited to get another opportunity to, get on the field with Jimmy, and especially when he's healthy, because I think he's a hell of a quarterback.
George, talk about a couple of teammates that you play with, some nice young receivers. Brandon Ayuk had a really solid rookie season. Debo Samuel entering his third year. Just talk about what those guys bring to the table and how much they'll help the offense going into 2021.
Debo, wow, I could talk about Debo and Ayuk all day. I love them both. I love Debo because of just his physicalness. Everything he does, he's trying to run through somebody or run over somebody or just beat him with blatant speed. And it's really fun to be a part of that because it's kind of the way I try to do it as well. Except I think he's a little faster than me. I'm not sure though. We'll test that out in training camp. But just whenever Debo has the ball in his hands, whether it's behind the line of scrimmage or whether he's running a route, he's always looking to score a touchdown. And that's your mindset you have to be great in the NFL. And he just adds such a different dimension to our offense with all the things that we can do with him. And going to Ayuk, I think that as a rookie, for me, if I was in his situation with no OTAs, no preseason games, I'm not even sure if I would have made the team. It was hard for me in rookie year, and I think Ayuk came in and he excelled at a high level. He's nowhere near his ceiling by any means, but I think he played at a very high level. He's a playmaker. He can jump over guys when he gets the ball in his hands. He's great at yak, and he's just a complete threat for us. And so when they're both healthy, when our whole offense is healthy, I think we're very lethal. And I'm excited to see what, Debo and Ayuk bring back, start a training camp or OTAs, whenever that starts. And just looking forward to playing football with them again.
Now, George, you say the offense can be lethal, and obviously it appears that way, but you've been the focal point of this passing game basically your entire tenure in San Francisco so far. Can you still be that type of tight end, that type of player with those guys commanding the attention that they will from your quarterback and certainly from this offense? Are you still going to put up the same type of stats? I know that doesn't matter to you want wins, but just in terms of your personal performance, can you still be this type of player with those guys getting the ball as much as they possibly will?
I mean, I believe so. I think I'm pretty good once I get the ball in my hand, whether it's how many catches I get. I don't think it really matters. As you know, there are a lot of mouths to feed. Look at our backfield with Raheem Mostert and Jeff Wilson. We got mean guys back there running the football who are incredibly talented. We got guys at wide receiver and tight ends that can play. And so yeah, there's a lot of mouths to feed, but that's what makes it so fun because Coach Shanahan and our Mike McDaniels they're gonna scheme up some plays for everybody to get everyone the ball. And what I love about Coach Shannon, he gives you opportunity, and it's your job to do something with the ball, and he puts it in your hands. And I think we have a very efficient team of yak guys, and I think everyone's going to get their yards. It's going to be a very fun season for us.
George, we're going to get to the Super Bowl here in a second, but we picked out one question from social media to ask you, and this person wanted to know: create the perfect tight end. You get yourself, Darren Waller, and Travis Kelce. What skill sets from each of you would you take and create this perfect tight end?
Like, am I supposed to just like take one thing from everybody? Let's see.
Yeah, pretty much.
Wow. I'll take. Let's see. I'll take my yak because I think I think that's what I specialize in. I'll take Darren Waller's speed, and I'll take Travis Kelce's route running. Those are three things that I would take in the pass game. But I'm going to throw my run blocking abilities in there, or Gronk's. I would take Gronk's as well.
It's a pretty impressive tight end, George. And you look around the league right now. You mentioned obviously three of the best: yourself, Kelce, and Waller. When you look at the state of the position, how do you feel about the tight ends? Obviously, you have two guys that you know fairly well from your college, Noah Fant and T.J. Hockenson. But just the state of the position in the NFL right now, how do you feel about the tight ends?
I still think all the tight ends are underpaid, but I think that the position is continuing to evolve and it's continuing to get better. When you have dominant tight ends, I mean, like, look at the year Darren Waller had. I mean, he's an incredible football player. He gets open every single time. He catches every ball you throw to him. I mean, you can say that about a lot of tight ends in the NFL. Like, there's some gamers out there. There's guys that show up and play when the lights are the brightest, and it's really fun to see that. TJ Hockenson and Noah Fant, yeah, I love those guys. They're from Iowa, and I think they're finding their footing. I think they're both coming along great. But there's great tight ends out there all over the league. Got Mike Gesicki down in Miami. I mean, they have a whole stable of them for Tampa Bay with Gronk, Cam Braden, and OJ Howard. So like the tight ends are everywhere, and it's really fun to watch that. And like I said, I think they're vastly underpaid still compared to other positions, but we're trying to set that right.
George, you're one of the most enthusiastic players out there. Just a great person. We love your energy. Tell us about Bolt 24.
Ooh, thank you. What my favorite thing to talk about, Bolt 24. It's actually, for me, it's an honor to be working with Gatorade. It's a product I use after Pee Wee football games, after Little League basketball games, T-ball. I'd always drink Gatorade. And so the opportunity to actually get to work with them and talk about Gatorade, it's special for me because it's something I've been using my entire life. And I'm excited about the Bolt 24. It's delicious. Great flavors. But really what my favorite thing about it is it's made with watermelon water with no artificial flavors or sweeteners. And I think that's really cool because you can drink it whenever you want, like literally 24/7. You can drink it. There's less sugar in it. It's healthier for you, but allows you to be an athlete every single day. And it allows you to stay at the top of your ability.
George, before we let you go, can you give us a pick to win Super Bowl 55?
Goodness gracious. I don't think I can because, look, Chiefs are really good. They're moving. They're awesome. They're doing great right now. But the Buccaneers have Tom Brady, and I just refuse to ever go against Tom Brady. So I'm like right in the middle of, and the tight ends are both balling out. Like it's going to be a great football game, and I hope it's like 40-38 or something like that. That'd be pretty cool.
That would be absolutely awesome. I like how you flirt there with the fence. George Kittle, thanks so much for joining us here on CBS Sports HQ.
Thanks, guys.
Do you want a sports network that delivers everything that matters about the game? The highlights, the picks, the instant analysis, no yelling, no fake debates, no politics. Hit the subscribe button and never miss a moment.